Hey guys, TotallyRandie here. Now listen, did you know that October is Country Music Month? I did not know that. I think some of you guys, after Beyonce ended her Cowboy Carter tour, the Yeehaw agenda went out of the way, but not for Texas. Okay, now you guys know I am a Houston, Texas native, and country music just runs through our blood. We have an amazing, amazing showcase that is celebrating Country Music Month, actually, and it's powered by the Millennial Maven Creative Foundation. Okay. And she's speaking with me. I also have an artist, a couple of artists that will be talking with me as well. It is the Rooted in Rhythm celebration of Country Music Month. It's their showcase. They're going to have a lot of emerging talent, you guys. I'm going to be speaking with them. They're going to be talking with TotallyRandie. And let's go ahead and bring in the neighborhood publicist. It's powered by her organization. So let's talk to her a little bit about this showcase. Hey, girl.
Hey, Randy, how are you?
Good. How are you? Thank you for talking with me today. Let's talk about Rooted in Rhythm. Like, how did the showcase come about? And what year is it, by the way? Is this the first annual?
This is the first one, the
Okay.
very first one. And shout out to Cowboy Carter being successful.
Yes.
Because I have been trying to do this showcase with Black and Latina country music artists for 5 years. And
wow.
nobody would fund it because nobody's going to support that. Nobody's going to do that. Black people don't listen to country music. And there's somebody that's from Alabama, and I've been living in Texas for 10 years. I just want to let y'all know, yes, we absolutely listen to country music and love it and love all type of derivatives of it, from the Southern soul to the line dancing to the trail rides. That was really my life growing up. Like, that's what we do for fun. So, finally, when Beyonce's successful Cowboy Carter happened, I had some partners be like, you know what? Let's try it. Let's see how it works. And we got to do it through my nonprofit foundation, Millennial Maven Creative Foundation, that helps women and youth get exposed to creative career paths. So that's what the nonprofit is all about. So we've had women and some kids working on this festival with us to make it come to life, so they can see what it takes to produce an event like this and see like which one of these jobs may you lean towards or do you like. So it's not just about the country music artists. It's also about exposing those people who may not get opportunities to be in these environments and a chance to do so.
So how do you pick the artist, or do you pick the artist?
Yeah, so this one, I literally did everything from picking the artists, raising the sponsorship money with the partners, alongside with my best friend. We run this organization together, but she'll tell you she's the operations brain. She's the person that makes sure we stay on budget, make sure the pieces make sense while I go out and get all the pieces to put together. So all of the artists that are on the show are people that I have taken the time to listen to, and I like their music and I want to share them with other people.
Yes. Now, how do you vet? Like, give me an exclusive. How do you vet these artists? Like, is it, what are you looking for?
So for me, I love people who I can tell are authentically being them in all aspects. So that's the first thing I'm looking for in the music. Like, how authentic are you actually being? And a lot of these people, although they're emerging, they've been, like I said, it takes 10 years to make an overnight success. These people have been in the game for a very long time, but are just now getting the recognition. And some of them have written for your favorite artists, have, and things like that, like our headliner Pinkbeard, who you'll get to talk with later on. He's a Grammy Award winning songwriter, Sebastian Cole, and he actually wrote his first country single for Shabuzi, and Shabuzi told him he should keep it for himself, and that is how he has broken out as Pinkbeard as this country music artist.
Wow.
Just from his friends that he wrote for, encouraging him, like, no, dude, you should sing this for yourself. And he also from my hometown, Birmingham, so that was an easy one for me. Like 205, I'm gonna get somebody from my hometown.
Right.
And then for everybody else, is like Elsie, who is like amazing. She has like the gospel Mississippi roots infused in her country music, and I love me some good old foot tapping gospel. So that's what her like country she fuses that, and it reminds me of that. So when I vet them, it's like I really have to listen to them and be moved by the music. Like, it's like if your single don't come in and grab me, I don't want to share you with anybody else because you're not gonna grab the rest of the audience. So that's really how I do it. How does the music make me feel? Because I think especially now where people get so caught up in like, oh, the charts and this. I don't listen to music and think about charts because some of our greatest legends have never landed on anybody's Billboard charts, but we still playing them songs to this day.
How do the kids say? Clock it, right? And that is very, very true. And I like that you said that about Elsie. We're going to talk to her in a little bit. We're going to bring her up as well and speak with her. But, before I let you go, let's talk to about a little bit of the challenges when it came to how you overcame the challenges and actually got this to really, be put on.
So, as we know, things have changed. A lot of people are shying away from DEI. And of course, if you're black or brown, you automatically get thrown into that bucket, even though you're just as capable as anybody else and your stuff appeals to everybody. But, of course, they're going to throw you in that bucket. The biggest challenge was, of course, finding out who was willing to be in this particular battle with us, because we are showcasing black and brown country music artists. So that in itself was going to invite a certain level of negativity. And I would just like to say shout out to the Credit Union of Texas. Their leadership, he literally said, you can say black and Latino. We're not running away from that. You don't have to take that out the language.
I love
he let me know that personally. Like, we are not running away from that. And that was beautiful to me. And then also we have Red Bull, Lane Boots. Lane Boots is a company here in Texas, woman owned. It's right out of Arlington. They were just down with it, and they're like, hey, we love it, we want to do it, let's have the opportunity. And I just picking the people who were for us and genuinely for us, not just on like, oh, this is just for profit. Like, I could tell by the care and how much they have helped us do this, because we actually had to reschedule it. It was originally in April, but we had a tornado and bad weather the weekend it was supposed to be, so we rescheduled it to October. And all of those sponsors have stayed on with us, through that transition, and they have been really hands-on. So that was definitely one of the biggest challenges, was just this particular political climate and finding sponsors who weren't afraid to put their names on something that elevated Black and Latino voices.
And ultimately elevates the communities as well, right?
Exactly.
Love that. I love that. Well, let's talk to an artist. Let's get Elsie up here. But Lisa, I'm gonna bring you back on at the end so you can just drop anything you want to say about Rooted in Rhythm. Okay, I love that. It is a showcase, all right, of emerging talent. Let's talk to one. Let's bring in Elsie. Hi. Well, number one, you are absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I was literally just like, let me throw on some blush so I can look presentable.
Talking with me, okay? I am learning with my audience and the Black Press audience, because you guys know that we're sharing this content. I do this segment, Talking with TotallyRandie, with the Black Press. I am learning you with our audience, and that's very rare for me. So tell me a little bit about yourself.
So I'm Elsie. I'm from Columbia, Mississippi. I am a country artist. I've been singing for about 10 years now. This year makes 10 years. And my music is pretty... I'm a genre bender, I guess you could say, because it's country, but there's also this gospel aspect, and sometimes I throw a little rock in there, and sometimes I throw a little folk, a little folk music in there. But yeah, I'm just a Mississippi girl trying to take over the world with my songs.
No, I love that. I got to see what part of Mississippi, because I also claim Mississippi. So my I claim Mississippi, and let me tell you why. So my dad is from my biological parents. My dad is from Louisiana. We're Creole. My mom is from Houston, Texas. But I was actually adopted as well when I was 2 months old, and my adopted parents are from Greenville, Mississippi.
Wow. So you're from the Delta?
Yes.
Okay.
I always claim Greenville, Mississippi, and I think it's right outside of Jackson. It's so amazing too when I meet people from Mississippi, especially Black people from Mississippi that are doing great things, because Mississippi has had a shadow of Mississippi burning on it for years, but there are so many great things that come out of Mississippi and so many great people and great talent. And so talk to us, Valise actually talked about how you have that soul, that gospel, that church trained voice. And, talk to us a little bit about how that plays a key role in the music that you put out.
That plays a huge role in my music, and sometimes I shy away from it, but I can't help myself. I can't help it. I grew up in the church. That's actually how I got started in music. My mama was the choir director, and she was over the dance team. And first of all, both of my parents are pastors, so I basically lived at the church.
Okay,
So yeah, yes, definitely. A PK. I can probably count on 3 fingers how many Sundays I missed until I got married. So it's when it's in you, you just can't escape it. Like, which is something I'm very grateful for. I started playing piano. My dad actually fired our church musician, called me in his office, and was like, "Hey, you're gonna be our piano player now." And I had only been playing piano for 2 years. I was in 5th grade when we got our first piano. My parents got it for us for Christmas. I'm the only one that kind of like, I started picking up stuff by ear. So by the time I was in 7th grade, he fired the church musician and said, "Hey, you're our new musician." And to go back to what, girl,
did you invoice him for back pay?
You said what?
Invoice him for back pay.
Listen, my daddy paid me $25 a Sunday. And somehow I made it work. I mean, I was in 7th grade. I would like have to give my brother $5 for gas, and then I would spend $20 on a purse or something.
Right.
But yeah, it was, I'm now that I look back, like, he made me stick with it, because I was like, "Daddy, I literally play with 3 fingers." Like, back to what Valise was saying, there's like, when you get pointed out for stuff, I had so much, like, looking back, I had so much anxiety when it came to playing in front of everybody, because how the Black church is, and oftentimes the musicians are so talented, and I just felt like I wasn't there yet, and I never really learned how to do like the Holy Ghost music, or following my dad as he's trying to hoop or whatever, and hoop, not basketball hoop, but like that kind of hoop. But it taught me how to perform, and I think, going back to what she said, I hope we can get back to that, because the church really is the training ground for, young artists.
Right.
It just really teaches you so much. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for being raised in the church. I really am.
Look how it gave the foundation. And now you're 10 years into doing your own music. What is something you can give to new emerging artists right now who are in their homes watching this interview and saying, "I wish I was getting on a showcase. I wish someone chose me to be in a showcase. How do I get there, Elsie? How do I get to where you are now?"
I think for me, or if I'm speaking to them, you have to keep going. It's so easy to get discouraged when the numbers aren't there, or it's hard. It's gonna be hard, but you just have to keep going. I actually had I'm not gonna call it a setback. I just had to take a break. I had to go on a hiatus because I unexpectedly started my family, and yeah, it was.
I can relate. No, I can relate. I had a surprise baby last year, and it's been a roller coaster. Okay.
Yes. I'm telling you. So I got pregnant with my daughter, and I, like, a year later, I was like, okay, I'm ready to get back into music. Like, I'm so excited. I think like the next day I found out I was pregnant again, and I was like, oh my gosh. And then we moved to Korea, and came back from there, and I was just like, should I keep going? But I just kept having people come to me and say, hey, you need to release, you need to keep going. You got to keep going. And so I said, you know what, whether I fail or whether I fly, I'm at least going to say that I tried. And so I decided to keep going. And now, the numbers are there. So I'm chosen for things like the Rooted in Rhythm showcase. So you really just have to keep going and study other artists, see what other people are doing, not necessarily like, don't this is what they say on Twitter, don't eat their nachos, but
Right.
don't copy them,
Right.
but look and see what they're doing successfully, and then take that and apply it to yourself. That's definitely something that I do. Like, one thing I noticed about Tanner Adele, when she was coming up, she would use negative comments on TikTok, repost a video, and put the negative comment in the top, and that just made people engage even more on her video. So that's something that's like little stuff that I noticed that keep people's attention. But yeah, I would just say you got to keep going. Try to get plugged into the right scene. Find you a mentor, somebody that is going to pour into you and lead you down the right path, instead of, from what I understand, things can get pretty dark in the music industry. So just get with somebody who's like-minded, and find you a mentor and just keep going.
So here you are, you're in the showcase. How many minutes are you performing?
30 minutes.
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
long time. And you're a part of
It's
history.
gonna fly by though.
One.
You
Right.
said what?
I said, and you're a part of history because it's the first one.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even think about that.
It's the first one.
Wow, the inaugural showcase, and I'm a part. Thank
Yeah.
you, Felice.
Yes, and I think that's amazing. I think that's so important because the dialogue that was surrounding Beyonce and country music, when we know we're from the country, we're from the South, we're Southern Belles, all of us.
Yes.
Like, it's like, well, how can we not be country?
Right.
We're our family is rooted here. Our roots run deep here in Texas, in Mississippi, in Louisiana. And I'm like, we're country. I love that she also is a genre bender, and that had become the buzzword surrounding Cowboy Carter. And so now the Grammys created, because of course they have to keep people happy, so they created the contemporary country album of the year. I was like, now Beyonce is so influential that they created a whole genre for her, just for her. So they were like, okay, y'all are so mad, we're gonna keep country over here and then contemporary country. And I'm just like, that's fine.
I think it's so funny though, because a lot of country that I hear on the radio would fall in that contemporary country category.
Because of the pop aspect?
Because of the hip hop, like who is it?
Morgan
Wallen. He always throwing some trap drums. Always throwing trap drums and something. And so it's just like, okay, I mean, I guess. I'm just glad they didn't say urban country, because
absolutely. I'm like, no, I'm with you. No.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
No. Yeah. Now I have to do it. I have to do it, Elsie. I like to get a little sample of what we're going to hear.
Oh my gosh, let me see. I just dropped Ghetto Cowboy. Sorry, cut that out. I just dropped my new single, Ghetto Cowboy. Got me a cowboy, he drive a Cutlass. I told him, baby, you could look, but you can't touch this. He told me, girl, what is you talking about? You know I come correct. If you rocking with me, just know you rolling with the best. Now lean a little close. I need to get this off my chest. You need to save a horse and rider. Well, you know the rest. If you don't know, now you do. We black country, baby, run and tell a friend or two. Hey!
Oh, I love that. And listen, I absolutely love that. Yes, always want to save a horse. Okay, let me. That's amazing. And see, that's the beauty of art, right? Is just how you interpret it. But I always say too is like we're just taking country back to our roots, back to its roots, where it came from.
Yeah.
And I love that. Ghetto Cowboy, where can we find that? Where can we follow you? I'm gonna listen, guys, if you're watching this right now, if you're on your phone, you know you do have to swipe up, but that's okay because if you're watching on YouTube, then it'll drop so you can still watch this interview. And then we're gonna go together to Instagram right now. Where can we follow you, Elsie?
It's
Yeah, I'm not
at.
playing.
You said what?
I said they see I'm not playing. I'm following right now.
Oh yes. Okay, so it's at It's Just Elsie. That's ITSJUSTELSIE. And that's like all my socials: TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook.
There
That's
she
it.
is. There she is, you guys. And I am following right now. I hit that follow button. Make sure you guys follow as well. Rooted in a Rhythm, you guys. Belize, is it a festival? Will this become a festival, or are you guys saying that it is just a showcase?
It's a festival at this point. We got a whole kids zone. We have like I
Oh,
told you.
that's right. It's the Kid Zone is powered by YMCA.
Yes, by
McKinney.
the YMCA of McKinney. So there'll be like a game truck. They'll have a bunch of games, and you have people who are qualified to watch your kids. So parents, you can walk off and actually leave them over there and enjoy the show. We also have a art exhibit from a Wade College student, Olivia Clark. She's an amazing visual artist. She's gonna do some live painting, and she'll also have her paintings there. So it's a lot. It's a lot going on. We even have an official after party now at the Common Table, which is in District 121. They're hosting that for the artists to come over, have a great time, bring the crowd. We keep the party going afterwards. So yes, it is a whole festival. This is the first one. We hope to continue doing them for years to come. Tickets still available. VIP is sold out, but we do have some general admission. And I did leave just a few for the people that's gonna walk up the day of. I already know, cause I know how y'all do. I know how y'all been saying it for months, but y'all be like, I don't know if I'm gonna feel like I want to go, and then you wait till the day of, and you like, they sold out, but we got a few for y'all at the door. Y'all last minute ticket buyers, so it'll be a great time. The doors open at 1:30. There's plenty of parking. The parking's free. We not charging y'all an arm and a leg for everything, because I hate that. So to my event planner, stop charging everybody for everything. Okay, we want to enjoy the event.
I love that. And it's in McKinney, Texas, you guys. I thought it was in Houston. I got really excited because I was like, I am going to sneak away with what I have going on Saturday, and I'm going to make sure I go there. But it's in McKinney, Texas. It's a little far from me. So this year, I'm not going to make the inaugural one, and I'm so mad. So you guys have to go for me, okay?
Y'all make sure y'all come out. It's going to be a good time, Belize. Thank you so much for putting this on. I'm excited to take the stage.
Love that. That is a mic drop by these beautiful ladies. Thank y'all for talking with TotallyRandie. You guys stay tuned to who TotallyRandie is talking to next. No.